Okay, so we just moved from the Pool of Siloam. We are now on this road, and this road, Erez, this is the first time I've been on it. I've read about it. I've seen a few videos on it. To me, this is just a mind blower. So we're here, and so let's take us all the way back in time.
Okay, so Pastor Tom, we're in the ceremonial road connecting the Pool of Siloam all the way to the temple and even beyond along the western retaining wall, the western wall all the way to the Anatolia fortress that Herod the Great built. We remember this road from John 5, in John 9, when Yeshua sent the blind guy after he formed eyes with the soil with the mud, and sent the blind guy all the way to the Pool of Siloam to wash his face, and then he could see. This is the same road. And the people 2,000 years ago reaching Jerusalem, they would hit the Pool of Siloam first, and then they would start walking up little by little until reaching the temple area. And as they would go up, they would hit the markets on the sides with different produce of the land and spices, but not only from the land, because Jerusalem was not a poor city. Jerusalem was a cosmopolitan city. It was a big city built in the Roman way, because Herod the Great loved the Roman architecture. He loved the Roman way, and he built everything the way that he wanted, which is with love to Rome. You would have here monumental structures in the city. You would have big structures, even structures that do not really fit Judaism existed around here. People coming from all over the world. You would see signs reading in ancient Greek. We found the Theodosius sign in a synagogue for those wanting to join a synagogue, to socialize inside the synagogue that do not know Hebrew. Well, it's written in ancient Greek. Here in Jerusalem, the currencies, you could pay with whatever currency you wanted here. You would have spices from all over the world. I want you guys to see Jerusalem as a center where people from all over the world would come here and eventually connect. Not only Jews, but also Gentiles. We said that around 10% of the Roman Empire were looking into Judaism. Maybe the Jews have it right. The faith in many pagan gods, that's old school. So they were intrigued as well, and everyone joined here in Jerusalem. And just imagine the celebrations or the spirit that existed here in the high holidays. It was quite amazing. And because of that, for instance, Pontius Pilate that stayed in Caesarea, that would be his basis, his place of settling, he would have to come to Jerusalem in the high holidays to take care of business, because the excitement could lead to religious tension, and then problems could occur. So he had to come here to take care of business from close by.
As you're talking about the different people, even in the Roman Empire, 10% perhaps, interested, wanting to know about the Jews and this faith that they had. I think of Jesus when he rode down into Jerusalem on Palm Sunday. One of the Gospels, I believe it's the Gospel of John, says that there were some Greeks who wanted to see Jesus. These were not Jews. They had come for Passover also. And it connects that where people are gathering, not just Jews, but Gentiles. Now, something else I've heard about this place, and I'm really curious. I've seen the artist pictures. When you look at this, it's kind of narrow, but there's another path I saw over there. I've seen the artist pictures. It was much wider than this. Behind us, we have this store to help us understand what it was like. And it had to be big, because there would be so many people coming to the Pool of Siloam, making their way up to the temple, which also helps us to understand the temple was in the area of the Temple Mount.
Of course.
But in that, how was this road, this path discovered?
Well, first of all, the roads back then were much wider than what we could imagine here. I mean, when we go through the Muslim and Christian quarter, in the Roman period, the roads were about 6 times wider to the alleys that we have today. Right now, only a small portion of the road leading up to the temple is revealed to us, or that we can take up. are not ready to go up yet. Yeah, it's going to happen in a few months, maybe up to a year. But the road was much wider, much bigger. The shops were plentiful. Yes, it was much bigger than we could imagine or see today. If we go around, we could get an idea, but the picture is not there yet. How do we find all this archaeology? Well, every year we find more archaeology, Pastor. Every year the Lord is giving us presence all around, allowing us to understand scriptures much better and where we live in. The city of David, different layers. Jerusalem, different layers. We're just digging deeper and deeper, doing surveys all around and connecting. It's so important for Israel and for us Jews to find archaeology from the time of the first and second temple. It's crucial for us to prove to the world, hey, this is our history. These are our fathers. We belong here. This is our land, you know? And whenever we see it, I mean, it's proof to us, it's proof to the world, and we're just excited and maybe even addicted to finding more and more and more and more.
Well, it's exciting. The more the secular world says that the Jews have no right to Jerusalem, things keep being discovered from archaeology, the history of the Jews in Jerusalem, and also confirms the Bible is true, which is it's just the further we go down and forward in time, the more discoveries that are made. Can we go up a little further?
Of course.
Okay.
Let's go. Just like 2,000 years ago.